Now, distracted by your schemes, it takes you too long to realize that there is a throng of men ahead blocking the street. They wear red sashes and stone cold expressions. As you approach, they make no motion to allow you to pass. "Step aside, sir," says Bonebrow, as he drags the head of his flail along the cobblestone menacingly. "Hours late, and you're a long way from the keep," says one of the men. "Don't imagine you're here for the scenery." That's an accent from up north, I'm guessing, some Nordic accent. But I cannot possibly imitate that, so let's not even try. "Could be lost," says another of the men. This first man smirks, distorting the scars that crisscross his mouth. "We know who you are, Captain, but who be the whelp?" As though from a silent command, the four men ready themselves. Two of them pull out spiked clubs. The other two unsheath short swords. "What do you say? What do you do?" "I'm a slave of Thog. I'm Sir Slay-a-lot, Knight of the Dukes." "Say nothing and attack with your mace." That's probably the correct one, I feel like. I mean, he is probably very tired, so let's not do that. Fuck. The four people, two with spiked clubs, the same as us, and we are tired. Unsheathed swords. "I'm a slave of Thog." Let's do. Yeah, they're probably Thog's men, right? "I'm a slave of Thog." Let's go with that. "I'm a slave of Thog," you declare as you hold up your dark mace. The scarred man loses his grin and looks to the others. He shrinks back. "He lies," says one of his companions, his knuckles white around the hilt of his sword. The whelp doesn't have their way about him. A clever deception. "Now would like to try a new trick on these simple-minded fools," says Egra in your mind. "The weapon," says the scar-faced man, pointing at your mace. "I'm ready for a new trick," you say to Egra. "Nothing but a hunk of metal," says the other man. "Could have gotten it any number of ways." "Oh, favor decreases too. Power surges into you. Say a single word command to one of them," says Egra. "Growl," you command. The scarred man drops his club and flings himself onto his knees, bowing before you. "Babyface," that's his name, Babyface. "What are you doing?" one of the others asks, gaping at him. Any hope of avoiding confrontation is lost as Bonebrow steps in, swinging his flail, smashing the face of one of the distracted men. Not wanting to lose surprise, you lunge forward and bring your mace down under the man's head. As the one man continued to growl, the other man managed to get his club up, parry your next blow, but now there's 2-on-1. Bonebrow makes quick work of him. Evidently, your spell has broken because the groveling man leaps to his feet, turns and starts to run. You slam him in the back as Bonebrow wraps his leg with his flail. The two of you finish him on the ground. Killing a retreating man is not what I would expect from the captain of the guard. Why would I say that? Seriously, you say as you catch your breath. I would have found more of his ilk," says Bonebrow, wincing. "Were you wounded?" you ask. He shakes his head as he staggers forward. We move on. Okay, that was a good one. We actually used a bit of favor, but that ended up not losing any life. I'm guessing if we straight up fought, it would probably end up bad. So let's not do that, and let us move on. The two of you continue down the street. Now you're in the lead as you urge Bonebrow faster. He grimaces as he struggles to keep on. You look into. I think we really need some healing. I think we should take him to the fucking, what was his name again? I forgot the specific term to use. I don't want to use the alchemist. I want to use something else, but I'm kind of forgetting. But regardless, I think we should go to that one alchemist that we went to, who was grabbing our boobs, whatever. We should go to him. He probably has a healing potion. I wonder how expensive healing potions are. I mean, as I said, this world's potion system is just like, I don't understand the fucking magic system in this world at all. Even after all this time, I still don't get it. Like, healing potions are probably one of the most common things in most games, right? And this game is more like, I mean, not this game, this story is more like healing potions are non-existent. I don't think I've seen a healing potion. I have seen a healing stone, but it was a huge thing. It's not like I carried around. Regardless, there was I think mostly the potions that are weird as fuck, like love potions and like transfiguration potions and stupid shit like that. I mean, they're usable, but they're usable in very specific scenarios. Very weird that they have those instead of this stuff like healing potions and like buff potions or like +2 speed stuff. But yeah, it's really weird how they've crafted the story. The lore and everything is great. I just don't understand the magic system at all. Like, I understand everything else in this game, I just don't get the magic system. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, honestly, there's not even arrays in this one. Like, magic is on such a basic level in this world that is stuck to just spells. Like, it's just like there's like 2 spells in this world. Like, there's weak spells and there's like super OP spells, right? There's no arrays in this world. Like, there's no trap magic traps that need to be set. There's no complicated arrays that need to be studied. There's literally nothing. There's just like just runic stones with like demon language on it and just spells. That's how it is. It's absurd, but what can we do? He grimaces as he struggles to keep up. You look up onto the eaves overhead, a sign of the vampire Iranova. You would rather not risk her company twice in the same night, but with Bonebrow's health and the hostile gangs all about, the rooftops might be safer means of travel. How would I get him up there? What the fuck? Might be a safer means of travel. How would I get him up there? You wonder. He's a large man. If you did get him out on top of one of these buildings, how would Bonebrow traverse the rooftops? Maybe Iranova could carry him, but they don't come out in the morning. They're sleeping. Maybe Iranova. You think it was Iranova who swindled you into going into the Temple of Thog? Did she do this for you to save Bonebrow, or to simply cause trouble for Thog's minions? Just then you hear a woman scream, a scream of complete terror. You and Bonebrow exchange a look. You both run towards the sound. In only a few steps, you are well ahead of Bonebrow. You do not wait for him. Rather, you dash towards a winding alley, following the continuous scream. Why are we chasing after a screaming woman exactly? Soon you will find the source of it. Peeking around the corner, you see a man about 10 meters. Oh, I thought it was 10 meters tall. I was like, holy shit, 10 meters tall? About 10 meters away, holding a short spear in one hand and a lantern in his other. He appears to be guarding the entrance of an alley, the source of the screams. He's looking the other way. Well, what are you waiting for? Save the damsel in distress, says Egra in your mind. In between screams are jeers and laughs from the alley. I'm guessing it's like a rapist or something. Yeah, they're raping some woman, I'm guessing. You can't wait for Bonebrow to catch up. Indeed, you may have lost him. It's time to act. If Egra wants to save the damsel, then she ought to be ready to help. A few other options come to your mind. One option is to use the command spell that Egra just showed you. That could subdue this guard with the spear. Another option is to create an illusion to distract him, or perhaps even frighten him away. Finally, you could sneak up behind him and strike with your mace. I think sneak would be good, considering my sneak is super high. It'd probably take away my life, but I'll use that. As a rogue, you know how to sneak around, that's what I'm saying. Ready your mace, you creep down the street towards the guard. Can you guess what we're gonna do to you? Comes a voice from the alley. Whoa, who is this? Holy shit, 4? Unfortunately, the guard is either hyper vigilant or just lucky. As you close to about 5 meters from him, he swiftly turns and sees you. His eyes widen. You charge. You throw. Why am I saving a random woman is beyond me. It's probably the elf's wife, I'm guessing. His eyes widen, you charge, he throws his spear, you duck, but the tip pierces your shoulder. As you pull the spear out, he's upon you, stabbing you with your dagger. You twist away, swing your mace, managing a lucky blow to his head. He drops to the ground. You hurry towards the screams. I don't have the health for this. You round the corner of the alley. There's a man standing with his back to you. He's brandishing a torch at a woman on the ground who is pinned by 4 men, 1 man on each limb. She's wearing a simple frock. Her coarse, long black hair shakes as she thrashes her head, screaming. Her face is smooth and shines in the torchlight. The man holding down her left arm looks up at you. The 9 hells? What the fuck is that? Wait, why is Egra so on top of it? Who is this? Is she like a follower of Oher or something? The 9... that sounds like fucking... that sounds like some fucking new age type lingo, like dad ass, like DAT, not DHAT. So it's like the 9 hells. Crush them, sounds Egra in your mind. You charge forward. You cave in the skull of the man holding the torch. It sounds like a melon. Tiny drops of blood coat your forearm. The man shouts in alarm. One of the other men let go of the woman's woman to stand up. With one hand free, the woman screams again as she twists and punches her fist across with terrifying power, smashing into the face of the man holding her other arm. He hurls backward, blood spurting. Wait, how hard did he hit him? How hard did she hit him? Holy shit, he's spurting blood. Meanwhile, you slam your mace down on the arm of the man standing up. There's the satisfying snap of bone. Retreat. The shout of one of the men is cut short as the woman grabs him by the throat. The snap of his neck is audible even over all the chaos. Wait. So she is a vampire? How is she so strong? Holy shit. I mean, then again, now that I think about it, she could be just like super trained. And maybe just because there were 4 of them already holding her down, she couldn't move. But she's actually really good in combat. Maybe that's the case. Perhaps. I'm not too sure. I mean, yeah, that would make sense, right? Even if Gukog was in their place, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be like a vampire. A Gukog could probably punch someone. And similarly, the woman might be strong, but just that she's being held down by 4 dudes. So that's why she couldn't move. Now that she can move, she's showing her prowess, battle prowess, right? That makes sense. Still screaming, the woman ignores you while she directs all her attention to slaughtering the remaining men. She's so fast and deadly that you shrink back from her as she brutally plummets flesh and breaks bone. Whoa, is she a vampire? What is wrong with her face? Holy shit, that's creepy. All the men in the alley are dead, their bodies scattered and crumpled like scarecrows after a storm. Blood shimmers on the alley walls and the street illuminated by the fallen torch. Now, I have a question. Why are we helping this woman? She might actually be a witch or something, and these guys might be from the order or whatever. But then again, witches were usually just normal women that the fucking church were like, oh shit, it's a witch, kill her. I'm not too sure. Maybe she's some ghost or something. She looks like a fucking ghost. Holy shit, she has a creepy ass face. She looks like a scarecrow or something. All the men in the alley, yeah, I already read all this. The woman has stopped screaming. She's pressed against one wall as though keeping a distance from the fallen torch. Comfort the damsel with an embrace, says Egra. She has had a terrible ordeal. Why? I do not think that would be wise, you reply. You take a moment to appraise the carnage. You now understand why her attackers had a man pinning down each of her limbs. She has a strength. Most of the woman's face is hidden by shadows and her hair. The skin of her arm shines in the torchlight. It is smooth. It resembles flesh, but not quite, polished like a marble statue or pale wood. Shining eyes peer at you from underneath the mat of hair. She is completely still. Her chest does not even move, as though she is holding her breath. Footsteps behind you. Turning, you see Bonebrow emerge around the corner of the alley. His face is pained and he is panting. His jaw drops as he beholds the carnage. Gods, he pants. There's a clatter nearby. You turn to see the woman is quickly running away down the dark alley. You notice an unnatural stuttering motion as she runs. Soon she disappears in the distant shadow. So bashful, says Egra. Oh, she's a doll. Yeah, she's a mannequin. Markiplier's favorite. Yeah, it's a mannequin, I think. She reminds you of something from recent memory, an uneasy memory. I don't remember anything like that. She reminds you of something from recent memory, an uneasy memory. You decide not to go after her. Besides, based on Bonebrow's condition, it might kill him if you make him run anymore. Did you do all that? Says Bonebrow, pointing at the bodies. You consider your answer. On the one hand, taking credit would put you on the path of elevating your name from Rooster to Warhorse. On the other hand, you don't want Bonebrow's expectations to get too high for you. Tall expectations may lead to even danger. I don't even have an option. Tall expectation may lead to even taller dangers. What? Oh, okay. You notice to ignore the question. Did you see which way that woman ran? We're the ones who need to run now, says Bonebrow, nodding towards the bodies. Those were Reaper Boys. What the fuck is Reaper Boys? Okay, this is some local gang or something. How did you end up in the Temple of Thog to begin with? You whisper as the two of you continue along. You'd like to run, or at least jog, but Bonebrow is unable to do more than hobble. You decide you had better learn what you can from him now. If you can run into any more trouble with the gangs, Bonebrow likely will not survive. I was directed to the temple by an informant who said the servants of Thog were hatching a plot against one of the noble families. Yesterday, I paid a visit to the temple to ask a few questions. Suddenly, you remember the note in the Bonebrow's room at the inn. There was a street address. It might have been the address for the temple of Thog, although you can't say for sure.